What's up, mateys? This is Govis Gals in Pirates of the Caribbean film series here. And today's Thursday, October 25th, 2018 today. I would physically wanted we could call it the evolution of my family. Things that I understand from my story it is. And I would walk home from YMCA, work it out. It's also good today. I'm gonna introduce things for number one today for the contender to once and a half of those school once and a half of the tributes to schools and one of the college jobs and opportunity to the mission trips and let's see what was it talking about and night and 20 years later I was in the kindergarten and I was in the kindergarten and the Northwest Elementary. That has to the good plan today for the Puyallup School District. That things that what he could, all things that are whereabouts, and this is my privileges with the kids in the kindergarten with the kindergartens at all times, and I was playing, I was playing with playing with those little friends who run out, and that has to the familiarly for that's the opportunistics at all of this day at that times, and my brother was a little young. He was at a wood. He was at a Wildwood Park Elementary, and he was 5, and he was hanging out and have fun with the friends, and that has the good plan to do. Before they have to start to school at about and those that are upgraded upgraded in about next year for about 1999, and at that one of the things that is still school on is still kindergartens and schools on the pre and about summer times, and doing most for the summer vacation, after after the hang out for about still in about the schools today. So when I get out there at about 1.5 weeks vacation. So I'm come back to the school. So that's a familiar things one sometimes, and that my old teacher was a good respective and being the privileges perfect in visiting my house, and my mom is as the good natural ways, and my two it is it is unworthy. It is a good courteous, and my three teachers just came and visited about 19 years, and he was saying about opportunistic of the visiting to talk about comments and the funds today, and about once for all for the day, once for all for the truth. So once they have a the level up with about 3 for 2000. So I was 5 a day, and I would have been about 20 years ago. So I accepted for the apology for my sister, and she was 2. She was a little kid. She was little. She has a little one for the baby, and I've been stole the cake for once the reason. So well, she was crying, and she was crying in tears also about the terrors of what happened there. I was involved, and as continue ones, if it's about to begin for once at that time, and I'm still have a whatever they do, and They have a paperwork to the colorful fine, a colorful sign for the kids, and these wondered about the level 4 for 2001, and those kids always do working with a strong as long as many as they can, and stay healthy, and they stay strong, always do, and if it gets about a new one to the health certificate coming today for and the children's and kids and the women's, and including adults a very long time ago. So my mom brought it about a cousin Shinemo, and she's my aunt, and Chris and Justin, and left behind with his dad, having their dads, and Frankie, Bella, mom and dad, and I, and having fun of driving to the field trip today for Oregon to visit my aunts. She was very diagnosis for her body. They were saying my another uncle was very good at it, and he was offered to the visiting when we drive away in about 18 hours minimum, 18 hours ways, and to park here in the fog outside the beach. I was walking with a bit walking to the beach, doing much fun today, doing much fun. So that's a good idea when it was cold and about 70 degrees outside, and those goes all the way for the 50 miles to the Crescent City, and being natural, my dad's doing the videotape running at about DVDs sometimes, and I usually we're driving to the San Francisco to 2 hours and 40 minutes, and we're reservated to the hotel. We're reservated the hotels for one day, so someday, we walk outside to find the boats to sail around to boats around to the Golden Bridge, under the Golden Bridge, right beside the ocean, and the sun rises in the afternoon, and it was very cold, and at about 50 degrees outside, and that as it became for one of the thinking about the truthful story about 70-year vacation, and that's the greatest all the time to the plans, and my things, and it has to do to one of those good things, and we're just having fun, so just wanted to make sure that all the staying together, and Frankie, Chris, Justin, and I, and the Bella was with a cousin of the family photo shoot in about San Francisco Golden Bridge ships, and we drive in at about 6 hours and 30 minutes to heading to the Anaheim, to heading to the Disneyland, and the part where Safari decided to reservated a lot of another different hotels. We spent a night at about 2 days ago. We went to the 3 days ago, so we're visiting my mom's friends my mom's friends. We're just going to the Universal Studios at the party, and this is gonna be never disappointing for everybody, and disappointing for reason. So I was invited Jurassic Park the ride. So I've been scared. So I've been scared of heights and about the dark outside, when it was wet. So, and one of the all these people in there in about lining up about 40 minutes. And there's a lot of rides. There's a lot of rides on the dinosaurs. They became those that are called Brachiosaurus, Stegosaurus, Parasaurolophus, Hadrosaurus, Compsognathus, Dilophosaurus, Velociraptors, Spinosaurus, and including ones that about Camille Spinosaurus. So I was sobbing a little bit, you know. I hope I like it. It's pretty soaking wet. I was in a six. I was a little one. Kid. I was a little one. I was six, and I was a little, and that's the one. And that's the one that begins. And that's the only one to take care of her about with my mom and my dad and my aunt Shanae. So as long as many as they can, and I start different to the man. I start different to drive back home, drive back in the hotel. So which is it about family together, and so so we're staying in the 2 more days, and in a 2 day Disneyland, and we searched for Disney California Adventure, right on the left and on the left, and the Disneyland's on the right, and so I see one of those about 70,000 people walked in the park resorts, and Pirates of the Caribbean: The Rise also get good, and a good is at about until about 2003, and I I stayed for the views today, and a lot about in the billions of billions of those people are decided to take pictures with their friends and families and cousins, and they're visiting often and not the strange, and as long as we could stay and hang out there about tonight to the Disney California Adventure on Celebration, um, and that's a great point, and they have the Captain Kids buffet. It might to do so, and I've usually for once again, and that one's about pretty awesome, pretty having fun. And that's it only takes care of my family, my life, you know. We're dri- we're drive we're driving straight to the San Diego, into the 2 hours later, and we still hang out in about one day, and so we went to the Sea World, to see about orca whale, the killer whale show, and that's the orca show. That's the orca show in about 30 minutes, and that's just pretty much as fun. All I know is whales always splashing those people having fun and the funny, and that's a good idea. Has so much as saying is we knew just hanging out around about 8 hours and 30 minutes. So tonight's show is about knew this is about Jurassic Park franchise, and they have Velociraptor costume. They haven't been about the rosters once and for all. And we driving to the Las Vegas, Nevada, Las Vegas, Nevada. They have a 1 day hotels in here, so there have been like 98, 95 degrees outside, and that's one of the souls. That's one of the souls they have a like some nice living rooms, kitchens, and the bedrooms and the comfortable bedrooms, a couch, and make other visual ways that are reservated to one such things and with a whole lot of the family franchise. Even though I was sitting out there the bathtub, so I was inappropriate. I was about inappropriate by my naked. I was a little kid. Always inappropriate for decided, to get dressed up, to get heading to MGM to see the lion habitat. So I was scared. I was allegedly crying for reasons, and that has to be about female lion and a male lion, and I think my mom didn't make it how to eat on the buffet, MGM's buffet. I was a little kid, and I seen the shows about the concerts to we remain it to those like about 2,000 people in it standing there to singing. I hope it were much of fun, you know. So last night we seen about the showdown. So showdowns at Caesar's Palace water show. Um, I see the pirate ships undecidedly ever to seen the Pirates of the Caribbean once in a while. When the pirates come up to the show like play, it learns about the battle of the grounds. And it must really good. And it must really like it. So today finale we headed back home in about 24 hours later, and we're headed back. So we're coming back to kindergartens to school to level 5. So we're visiting to Ridgecrest Elementary schools, and to those that lost of the kids and guys, lots of good to make sure, and there's a lots of good things about good teachers and staffs and meeting and to partying for the duties on recess for reasons. So I was debut in about 6 years, and this is from Northwoods to Ridgecrest Raiders. I was visiting for Mrs. Shirk or the Mrs. Roy. She have to know with respect. I would respect her. So I was about a few things, and other good moments, and a good work, a good friends, or friends, a good works, good strong, and a whole lot community outings for Ridgecrest Raiders, and that has to be discovered to every issues about the chose ones. That was the greatest of all times about 365 days ago, and we were been in hangout there for reasons, and the greatest all schools in the time, all schools in a year, all schools should be proud of them myself. Be good teacher. Alright guys, so continue on for Perryman's Evolution today. Don't forget to hit the button to subscribe some more contests, to follow me on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google, Vine, Chemist, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, Google, Vine, Chemist, Cocker Story Talk, Tumblr, Angler, Hangouts, like, comments in the links in the description today. So tell you to, so don't forget to I subscribe Ronda Rousey from former UFC MMA, and to welcome to the WWE network on the Women's Evolution on 3 days. Love you guys. So I'm gonna eat right now. So feel free to death, for free to the air. Don't forget. So keep it veg, mateys. Have a good evening.